Welcome to playoff action as we get underway for the crossover game here. A chance to land yourself in the Final 8 tourney, October 23rd, hosted by Fleming. The Humber Hawks and the George Brown Huskies are going to do battle at the Ontario Soccer Center tonight. My name is Adam Lucier with my friend Andrew Milani, and we got a doozy of a game ahead of us here. Two teams that is, fighting to keep their season alive.
Yeah, both these teams is a winner-take-all game to get you into that Final 8 spot in Fleming. And it should be an interesting one here. Humber, not a great end to that season. Their 3-game winless streak that they finished up with, the longest that this team has seen since 1981, which is absolutely insane when put into context. They're going up against a pretty scrappy George Brown team, not exactly road warriors with only a 1-3 record on the road, but Humber hasn't been the strongest home team, just 500 at home, so this should be a very, very interesting one.
Yeah, on paper, this one sure looks like a positive for the Hawks, but you said it, Andrew, their last 3 games haven't been able to come up with a W. They dropped a 3-2 decision to the Sheridan Bruins on October 2nd, followed it up a week later, dropping another game at home to UTM, and drew with Mohawk their last time out, a 2-2 game. So not the history, not the last little bit that these Hawks have been looking for, and these George Brown Huskies got to have a lot of confidence on their side. They know they're facing a team in Humber that may not be all there.
Yeah, this George Brown team has a lot of scoring depth, 11 players who have put away a goal this year, and 5 of them with more than one. So it should be a crazy one here tonight. And this Humber team as well, just really a tale of 2 seasons in a way. They got off real hot off the gate, right where they left off, winning their first 6, but then everything kind of changed after that last game against, the third last game against the Sheridan Bruins. A tough 3-2 loss, and then that was carried over into a 1-0 loss against UTM at home, where, of course, they were missing Fayun and Green, but with the Green getting a red card in that Sheridan game. Then a little bit of a ending the season on a little bit of a fizzle there. Not the bang that they were after against Mohawk, just a 2-2 draw. Let's see if they can get their house in order here today with home field advantage.
Michael Aquino has been the coach here at Humber for 11 seasons. This his first year not getting that division title. Hawks have a lot to prove tonight on Seniors Night. We'll turn it over to the PA announcer.
And graduating from Humber, Guelph Humber.
I'd like to invite Associate Athletic Director Michael Kopenak, Head Coach Michael Aquino, and Soccer Coordinator Ricardo Fonseca for a brief presentation. May I please welcome Business Management student 5th year Cody Green. Cody's been an integral part of Humber men's soccer and captain the team in his 5th season. Cody always brought a competitive spirit, tenacious defending, and attacking play as a right defender. His leadership in soccer talents will be difficult to replace, and we wish him continued success on and off the field. Thank you for being a part of the Humber Hawk family.
A nice moment there pre-game as on senior night, the Humber Hawks celebrate the work of Cody Green, the 5th-year senior will be playing his final home game for the Humber Hawks here at Ontario Soccer Center. What a career it's been for the two-time national champion.
Yeah, his presence was sorely missed those last couple games. He brings a lot from that back end, does a lot moving the ball. Great playmaker as well. He's tied with Federico Leal with the most assists on the team this year with 2.
He'll be a key factor in this one for the Hawks as they try to get off this 3-game slide they've been on, mentioned at the top of the broadcast. Last time a streak has gone that poorly for the Hawks, that was back in the early 80s, 1981.
Back in the infancy of this Humber men's soccer program.
That's exactly it. Michael Aquino has really brought this program to absolute excellence, and now over a decade in his role as head coach. Trying to continue that success here, add another chapter to that book. But they are facing a feisty 4-4 George Brown Husky team that's going to come on here and try to take the dreams of the Humber Hawks as our starting 11s take to the field.
These teams are pretty similar in a lot of ways. Both of them have very dynamic strikers, can both put away a lot of goals. Last year, Felipe Villela for the George Brown Huskies ended up winning Player of the Year, so he could be a big factor here tonight. Already scored 11 on the year, looking for number 12. Yeah,
keep an eye out for Villela. For sure, 35 career regular season tallies.
Amir Kanani, another one, 7 on the year. A lot of goal-scoring threats on this side.
As far as the Hawks go, if you're looking for the goal scorer, look no further than big number 15. Leifert Allen, the transfer from the University of Windsor, has been dynamite for the Humber Hawks on the season. 14 goals to his name. That's good for third most in program history.
He gets the first touch. Sorry, Adam.
Sorry, I apologize for that, but we're underway from Ontario Soccer Center. That one's going to work its way all the way back to the keeper, Fernati.
We should know in the first 5 minutes what type of Humber Hawks team we're going to see here tonight. The effort they put up against Sheridan and UTM, not their best. Maybe thought they could walk to a couple victories there. Definitely going to be put to the test here tonight.
Great opportunity for redemption for the Humber Hawks. Machado trying to work that ball in the midfield. Nothing doing there for him. Cody Green back on defense, the senior. Fernati already with his second touch of this game as the Huskies are keeping things in the Humber half.
Fernati slowing things down here after pretty quick first 45 seconds.
Gale sends that one up. Look in the way of Leifert, nothing doing.
I imagine those George Brown defenders are going to be all over Leifert this evening. As we know, he is a poacher. If you cut off that stream of balls that he's going to get in, he won't be too effective.
Humber loves to funnel balls into the middle, into the box for Leifert Allen. You got to think that's going to be the strategy today. A ball out wide into the box, broken up by the Huskies.
The George Brown defense looking good early on. A little bit trouble in transition there, though.
Pick in the pocket there. There's Reed. Down on the far side of the field. That appears to be D'Souza.
That would be a big blow for these Humber Hawks. D'Souza's so important in that center mid position. Great offensively, great defensively, has a great first touch. Looks like he's going to stay in the game here, though. Good news.
Number 2-0 rising to his feet for the Hawks here. You said it, Andrew. They can't afford to lose D'Souza this early on in this game.
It's going to be a big free kick here early on.
Just 2 minutes in here, already had plenty of action on either side. Both teams coming to play. It's a cool fall night here at Ontario Soccer Center. Here's the set piece.
Let's see what Federico could do here.
Leo going for goal. Gotta like the effort there as that one trailed high.
Didn't miss by much, though, Adam.
Federico so dangerous. Off of those set pieces, off of those free kicks. He's the dynamo for this offense.
So important in soccer to have that free kick specialist. Really dangerous from any part of that field in the defender's half, that is.
George Brown trying to clear out of their zone, able to do so. back is Gale to head that one down. It's Cody Green. Cody Green with a nice move there. The Huskies able to take it away. A lot of contact. Foul will be charged to Isaiah Reed.
Reed just a little over-aggressive there. We'll get a couple words from the referee, telling him to just calm it down a little bit.
And I love that work by our referee in today's contest, just settling things down. You know this is going to be an emotional game.
That's the signs of a good referee, Adam. Good header there by Leal.
Yeah, Leal able to get that one out of the danger area. The Huskies pressuring here, a ball into the box, headed away by Green. Michael Fahoon will give that one the big boot to midfield. Leifer Allen with the touch to Leal. Fahoon once again sends that into the night sky. Allen using that big body here, trying to get some space for himself. D'Souza has that one stripped. Through ball now for the Huskies. Kanani over there. That one's stripped away, no foul called. Through ball here for Leifert, he's gonna give chase.
He's away.
He's got some room out there. Leifert gonna go for goal, brought down in the box.
That's a penalty shot. Referee pointing to the spot.
Maybe a change on the call here. Leifert with his hands up. No penalty kick.
Well, it looked like the referee's pointing to the spot there.
That was a hard tackle in the box, but the referee rules it was all ball. The through ball to Allen results in nothing but a cold kick, but what an opportunity early for the Hawks. Kanani again, a ball up for the Huskies. It's been a ping pong type of match so far, back and forth the action goes.
Both these teams fighting hard for that first goal. Already 5 minutes into this one.
First goal also important, especially in a playoff match. Really dictates the way you got to play this game.
Yeah, if you score that first goal, pressure's all on that other team. Especially at home, that could be tough for these Hawks. They're definitely going to want to get that first goal.
Home hasn't been all too kind for the Hawks as of late. That ball into the box. Fernati lets that one drift past his goal line.
It's going to be a corner kick. El Bogi to take this one for the Huskies.
Big opportunity for the team in blue.
Not a single man in blue behind center.
Fernati barking out orders, able to clasp both hands around that one, looking for a quick outbreak.
And he's so good at that.
He'll find it. A nice ball dropped in there to Reed. Reed looking for help. Stretching the field, it goes out wide to D'Souza. D'Souza plays that one into the far side, giving chase.
Just drifted out of bounds. Maybe trying to force that cross a little too much there.
Either side playing a timid game in the start of this one. As again, the ball breaks out the other way, cleared out by Fahoon. Huskies trying to work quickly here.
They got all the momentum here.
Hawks working themselves into defensive positioning. Stripped away there, it's Leal. Gonna try to work it over midfield himself. Nice play made by the defender, El Bogi.
Almost an incredible play there by Leal, playing that one off his chest and trying to turn it around. Couldn't quite get it to go, though.
Federico, a real magician with those 2 feet of his.
And with his chest, apparently. Who knew?
Foul called on the far side. Possession will go the way of the Hawks. 7.5 minutes into this one. No goals on the scorecard. OCAA crossover game here at Ontario Soccer Center. The winner moves on to the Final 8 tournament. Hawks are in only their second ever crossover game, the first one coming way back in 1993, where they defeated these very same George Brown Huskies by a score of 4-1.
Very different teams here, though, today, so that's just a little anecdote. And George Brown putting a lot of pressure here, both offensively and defensively.
Fahoun leaves that one from Fernati. He'll give that one the big boot. First touch gets away, corralled by the Hawks. Ball in here for Reed. Reed giving chase. Leifert on the back end. Huskies doing a nice job defensively, sliding to boot that one out of harm's way.
That's good to see if you're the Hawks.
Hawks stretching the field all the way over to the near side. It's Cody Green. Green again going far.
Nice play there.
Great ball there to Leal. Going from goal. Oh, and off the deflection. Keeper just able to get a hand on it. The Hawks were awful close on that play there by breaking the ice.
That one looked labeled for the twine, but just manages to stay out. Huskies not out of it yet, though.
A rocket of a shot deflected at the last minute by a Huskies defender.
Let's see what Federico could do here with this corner.
That's a high ball to the back corner over the head of Fahoun. Now it'll roll out of bounds for a goal kick.
I like the aggressiveness there early on, sending in Fayoun for that corner. It's a playoff game. Got to go for it.
The offense hasn't been clicking on all cylinders for the Hawks, as it usually has. Just 4 goals in their last 3 games. Trying to really push the pace offensively in this one. They've done a nice job of it so far.
Takeaway there.
Working that far side. Uday Aurora. Out of bounds it goes. George Brown here just trying to slow things down. Hawks have been trying to use speed to their advantage. Vela plays it back. Through ball deep into the Humber half. There's going to be a race for it. Nice work by Ferrari back there, able to use his body to box out that Husky Charger.
Playing the body is such an important part of this game. Ferrari doing it well there.
Gale plays it far side to Fahoun. Fahoun, a real veteran leader on this squad. You can see the captain band around his arm as he has a giveaway there, bailed out.
Yeah, I was just going to say he's so calm with the ball, maybe a little too calm on that play.
Through ball here for Reed. He's got some space in front of him. Room to work. He's going to need some help from his teammates. No one in the box.
Wisely cleared away by the George Brown defenders.
A lot of communication between Fahoun and Gale on the back line there. Perhaps not too happy with the play of each other. It's been a frustrating run for these Humber Hawks. They've really been in tough these last few games. Ball in there. Struck wide. That's Machado looking for the corner instead.
He gets it.
So indeed it is the corner. It was the Huskies who gave protest there, not the Hawks. Ball into the box, the far corner. That one deflected away, so the Hawks really finding some opportunities around that Husky zone. Leal finds Reed. Reed doing battle one-on-one. Ball will go George Brown's way. Reed can't believe it.
Yeah, Reed was a little too handsy on that play. Referee making the right call.
Headed away there, and the Hawks are back with it. D'Souza in the middle of the field now. Plays it back to Gale. Tristan Gale out to Cody Green. Green with a head of steam behind him, looking for Leifert Allen, able to find him.
Man, the pace here is just frantic early on. We have a man down on the field. It's a George Brown defender.
A lot of contact in the middle of the field. You see Leifert Allen kind of limp away from that play. Also a Husky down on the field, rising to his feet is Robert Mijakovic. See on your screen there the communication between the Humber defenders trying to get things in order here.
But at least they're talking. We've seen during those games against Sheridan, against UTM, the communication lines kind of broke down late in those games. That's what really cost them.
This team has faced more adversity than maybe any other men's soccer team in program history.
Hey, you win the national championship, that paints a giant target on your back.
Absolutely. The Hawks coming into this one as the team to beat in the CCAA. Showed exactly why early on in this year. Leifert looks no worse for wear as he chases this one down, trying to use that big body of his. A little too much physicality for the referee as that one's blown dead.
Yeah, same deal with the read back there. A little too much of the hands. You got to keep those arms in.
So let's see if the Huskies can muster up an attack here. Machado deflects that one. Tristan Gale heads it away. Huskies able to evade Machado, evade D'Souza. They're going on a run here. Pretty obvious foul there against D'Souza.
Fernati really upset at his defender there.
Going down hard on the play was Muhammad for the Huskies, so they'll have a set piece from just outside that 18-yard box.
Yeah, free kick in some prime real estate. Looks like Villela's going to take it.
Why not? The leading goal scorer for his squad, 11 on the season.
Last year's player of the year in the OCAA. That boot is dangerous, let me tell you. Now, does he think shot here? I think he will.
Let's see what Viela has in store. He passes it off instead. The boot.
Big block.
Blocked away. That's Cody Green. Nice play. Ball back in the box for the Huskies. That's Fayhoun darting out there to make the block, and Leifert Allen is away for the Hawks.
Just couldn't connect on that pass, but that foul's going to go advantage Hawks. Free kick taken quickly.
Yeah, Coach Quino there trying to get on the same page as his defenders. The give and go there not working for the Hawks as this one will go back over the head. Tristan Gale will give chase. Play back to Fernati. Huskies charging in hard there, but could not make the interception.
Kanani went in there sliding, looked for a foul. He wasn't going to get it there.
D'Souza with a through ball. So
Mijakovic down again.
Yeah, Mijakovic went down there a little bit away from the play. That was Reed on the contact, so evaded our eye, but not the referees.
Sloppy missed pass there. Let's see if the Hawks can take advantage.
Cody Green with it now.
Oh, fancy feet over there.
Showing off what he does best. He made it a defender, but sure can make a move in those cleats. D'Souza passes it up the far side. Ball into the box. Looking for Machado.
You got a head on it. Couldn't quite get it to the net, though.
This one's going to drop in for Reed. What does he have in store? Pass in the middle. Machado making a move, trying to get the shot off. Unable to do so. Working hard. A one-on-one. Possession will be awarded to the Huskies.
A lot of frustration on this Humber side. They got to be careful with that. Just play your game, boys.
We've seen a lot of that frustration in the Sheridan game. That loss, and then to follow that up with yet another to UTM, just mounts to the frustration. Then the tie against Mohawk where they gave up a 2-0 lead. Emotions are definitely running high on the pitch for the Hawks.
Nice little takeaway by Green there.
Let's see how they respond. It's Frederico Leal. He got clipped there by a Husky defender. No whistle on the play.
Still down.
Yeah, Leal really favoring that right leg. Now we'll have a whistle. Appeared as though on that play, Frederico took a cleat to the leg. Leal always operates a mile a minute.
Let's hope everything for him is okay here. I don't think Humber could afford to lose him right now.
There's been a few shakeups for the Hawks. Leifert Allen was limping earlier on in this game. He stayed in this contest. Now Frederico Leal.
Looks like Allen's stretching out that right quad there, trying to keep it loose. Looks like Leal's going to leave the game for the time being.
Not a good sign here for the Hawks. Frederico Leal, the man who they really lean on. So for Leal, he'll take a spot on the sidelines here as he tries to regroup. Back
oh, Leal's going to stay in.
Yeah, Mijakovic with the ball here. Federico Leal in this game. So on the referee's whistle, Leal was able to re-enter this game. That injury is not going to limit him too much.
Foul against Leal on that one.
Cody Green urging Leal just to keep your head here. Stay focused. Nice work by the senior. Trying to keep his team composed. It's been an issue for them as of late.
Frustration really mounting here for the Hawks. Can't let that take over, though. You just got to play your game.
Mijakovic plays that one into the box. Huskies giving chase. Played off the defender. That's Ferrari out there. And George Brown has earned themselves a corner.
Villela's right in Fernatti's face. They're going to want to get the ball right to him.
Here comes the corner. Fernatti with the punch out. This second effort there. Able to grab it down. Let's see where that toss is going. It's going far side.
Reed had to read on that one.
Leifert Allen all alone. Offside the call. Through ball attempt by Isaiah Reed. Oh, so close to being good for Leifert Allen.
The linesman was right on that one.
So the Hawks trying to manufacture their own opportunities. Nice touch there to get it away. Leal with the back heel.
Almost gave it away there.
A click of the heels will draw the foul. That's Reed there. Foul charge to Alvarado. Middle of the field, Machado to D'Souza. Machado with some green grass, has some options, gives that one away. Nice work by the Hawks defenders to clear that one out. Another through ball will not get through. This time they're looking for Allen. He's surrounded by blue.
Expect that all game long.
Leal's first touch just a little too heavy. Cleared away by George Brown. Gale to Green. Green's through ball will not get through. Gonna have to give chase here. Some hard contact there.
Reed's got to be careful. That's his second hard foul in the game. Another warning for the referee. Telling him no more. Next one's going to be a card.
Yeah, Reed's got to keep things intact here. You got to love the speed. You got to love the hustle. You got to love the physicality, but there There's definitely a line.
We're getting pretty close to that.
D'Souza giving chase. That one brought into the box, easily corralled by Fernati. He's really tried to be the playmaker for his squad. Just rolls this one out to Gale.
Like his team set up.
This one looking for Allen. Allen slides to his backside. Ball will roll to the keeper. Felix Afori, man to the net for the George Brown Huskies in this one. It's about as even as a match as you'll see.
Looks like the pace of the game is finally starting to slow down after a frantic 20 minutes or so.
Frantic is definitely the word for it. Both teams playing with a lot of speed. Tense moments here, getting even tenser under the lights of the Ontario Soccer Center. Humber and George Brown in the midst of the OCAA crossover game.
Oh my God, D'Souza made that tough play under pressure just look so easy.
We'll get another opportunity here. It's D'Souza working his way over midfield. That's through ball. Also on the money. Just corralling it in the corner. Nice play made. Ball into the box. Leifert Allen brought down, and the referee's telling Leifert to get to his feet. No call on the play.
Heard a lot of angry Humber Hawks there. Second time Allen's been brought down the box.
Coaching staff cannot believe it. So Leifert, who has already been seen limping a little bit in this game, once again favoring that right leg, it appears. Something to keep an eye on as this game moves forward.
Reed just keeping that ball in bounds.
Middle of the field, it's D'Souza, gonna go for goal.
Didn't miss the corner by much.
Just feet above the crossbar there is D'Souza.
And when it comes to really good scoring chances, I'd give it Humber 2, George Brown nothing right now. So Humber on the right track. They just got to keep on there and just got to put one away eventually.
Head coach Michael Aquino has to like what he's seen thus far. Team really seems to be able to manufacture some opportunities offensively. Huskies trying to settle things down. Nice two-leg slide by Ferrari, breaks up that pass.
Tensions rising here at Ontario Soccer Center.
Yeah, the referee and line judges definitely not the most popular fellas on the field at the moment. Both sides having words. Fayhoun goes down to his knees to play that one off the chest. Back pass goes all the way to Fernati. He'll find Gale. Quick touches here for the Hawks as they move the ball around. Leo leaves that one for Reed. Reed darts in front of Machado.
Playing way out of position on that left side.
Hawks once again trying to work that far side. They've had some success. Ball into the middle, cannot reach Machado. Contact in the middle of the field.
Yellow card shown.
That one.
Ferrari.
Yeah, they'll go against Max Ferrari. He was darting in, trying to get to that loose ball.
Trainer was called on the field.
Definitely a bang-bang play. I would mark that one down under unintentional contact.
Unfortunately for Max, the intention is not what gets judged by the referee.
So our first card of the game is a yellow, charged to Ferrari of the Hawks. Medical staff tending to the injured Husky.
The caution, as it's known as, to Ferrari. That means he's got to tighten it up a little bit. Can't be too aggressive.
Discipline has been a little bit of an issue for these Humber Hawks this season. We've seen Michael Fahoun miss a little bit of action. Cody Green, the senior who we're celebrating tonight, has also missed a little bit of time due to suspension.
Yeah, and Green's been not too chippy today, so I think that might have been a one-off of that red card. But then when it comes to Fayoun, he's a defender. He's got to defend a lot of guys. It's a tough role. He's going to gain those yellow cards as the season goes along.
Going to be a discussion here. Head coach John Williams of the Huskies wants to have a word with the referee. Regarding the injured player coming back on the field, Zuhaib Muhammad. Now the referee will trot down and have a word with Aquino.
So Erasmo Vela still on the sidelines. We had tissue to his nose, looks like, or to his lip rather. Drew a little bit of blood by the looks of it.
So certainly a delay in the action here as
an extended conversation between Coach Aquino and the referee, if you will. I don't think he's too happy with the way this game's been called, but it's the way it goes sometimes. I think the players are eager to get things going again.
Yeah, a lot of confusion down there on pitch level. Aquino having word with some of the Humber athletic staff. Perhaps an issue regarding a bench player.
Back underway.
So after that short stoppage, we'll be back in action here. Still no goals on the board for either side. Intensity ramping up here as we're closing in on halftime. 15 to go here at the Ontario Soccer Center.
Still looking for goal number 1.
The Hawks looking for that magic possession.
Already had a couple scoring chances. Just couldn't find Twine. Nice little cheeky pass there by Leaford, but just couldn't find Machado.
So the Hawks using this momentum. They've definitely been strong as far as possession has gone. Just looking for the right opportunity. D'Souza plays it out wide.
Just having trouble navigating through a tough, very aggressive George Brown Husky squad.
Here could be a chance. A ball into the box evades a couple Huskies. They'll still be able to come away with it. Contact there, and once again, the ball to go the way of the Huskies. So it's been a little bit of a chippy affair, getting a little bit of chippier, if that's the word I'm looking for. A lot of emotion, not just on the field, but on the sidelines.
Pass got away.
Jakovic plays it out to his fellow defender. Ball down the line, Cody Green. Going down awful easy on the play was Muhammad, trying to draw that foul.
Good job by the ref letting that one go.
Referee telling Green, I make the calls, you don't. Machado will play it back to Fahoun. So let's see if it's the Humber back line that could kickstart this offense. Fahoun out to D'Souza. Federico Leal. Nice tackle made there by Huskies. That's clean. D'Souza able to steal that one away. Slows down the pace here.
We got a whistle. Not sure what for.
Husky at midfield there, just favoring a leg, perhaps another.
That's Villela.
Yeah, their top goal scorer. A lot of injuries, timeouts in this one. We'll see how much time is added when we get to the 45th minute.
Yeah, I think we'll see our fair share of injury time after the 45.
Gale looking for a teammate. Instead finds a George Brown hit. Machado with the through ball.
That's offside.
I think Leifert knew that one right away. Took a few strides and just looked over to that line judge and saw he made the correct call.
Yeah, just took a few too many steps there. It wasn't even close.
So the pace once again ramping up as Cody Green takes that one away. Here's Cody Green.
Tons of speed. Hard tackle.
Once again, no foul on the play, all ball. That tackle made by Jason Alvarado. This Huskies defense has been up to the task so far. Playing a bend but don't break style. We'll see if Federico Leal could break the ice on the corner.
Yeah, let's see if we can get some of that Federico Leal magic.
Balled into the box. Unable to find a Humber head, and that one's cleared away.
It's going to be a race for it.
Plenty of speed for Kanani. Instead, it's Tristan Gale going the other way. Shoved to the ground by Kanani, no call. Ball played back to the keeper. Fernati will give it the full send.
Leifert offside again. That one a lot closer though, Adam.
Definitely much closer on that attempt, but again, the frustration coming over on the side of the Hawks. Telling Leifert to stay in front of things here. It's a few opportunities gone awry due to an offsides call. That one back to Mijakovic. Mijakovic again plays it in, intercepted by Green.
Gale under pressure.
Gale gets it away. D'Souza plays that one up to Leal. He'll let that one go.
Oh, just
nice
beautiful.
Play. Aurora back to Leal. Slide tackle there in time to thwart that effort. Aurora coming in on the tackle there. Sure appeared to be all ball, but instead the whistle sounds.
That's what the Humber protest said at least.
Sure appeared to be a clean tackle from our perspective. Here's Kanani for the Huskies. That one broken up. Ferrari back to Fernati. That one heading towards the bleachers. Just kept in on that far side.
Nice takeaway there.
Machado now looking for help. He'll look the way of Aurora. A beautiful ball.
Just got the defender to beat.
Trying to use his feet. And again, a nice tackle made. How about the defense? That's Vila. George Brown holding strong.
Let's see what Federico pulls out of his hat here.
Last corner, he attacked the far post. Once again to the far post. A lot of contact in the box there. Seen the Humber player flip over a defender. No foul, no whistle. That appears to be Cody Green down inside the net as he rises to his feet.
Good to see.
Showcasing that athleticism, just getting that high in the air to even make contact with that ball. Had his feet taken out from under him. Almost looked like a basketball type play.
When you have your legs taken from underneath you like that, that's probably one of the scariest things in all of sports.
So after the fall, Green's back with it. Seems no worse for wear. His first touch a little off the mark, trying to find Reed.
George Brown coach not happy with the ball management from his side.
Yeah, he's letting him hear it. Aurora on the near side now. D'Souza finds Green. Quick touches by the Hawks, turns it over to the Huskies. And the Hawks will have to retreat here.
Not quite.
39th minute, once again looking for Aurora, giving chase into that corner.
Just keeps it in.
Nice hustle there. Waiting for some help from his friends. Works that one into the box on the baseline. That time he's pulled down, and we'll have ourselves a penalty kick.
It's about time, Adam. A couple close calls, and we finally get to see a penalty now.
Plenty of close calls. You said it, Andrew, right in that box. This time, the Hawks do get the call, and a big opportunity in the dying seconds of this first half.
Looks as if Cody Green's going to be the taker.
So Michael Aquino draws the number of his senior on senior night.
Goalie's jumping all over the place here.
Cody Green.
Green could probably get away with the chip play on this one, but that's going to be a tough one.
Trying to get the Hawks on the board. Cody Green finds the back of the net, and the Humber Hawks are up 1-0.
No mistake there by Cody Green. Find that right side corner.
And the Humber Hawks faithful sure love that one, much to the dismay of John Williams and the George Brown Huskies. The Hawks break the ice here at the Ontario Soccer Center.
Cody Green putting away his third of the season. What a great comeback it has been for him after missing those last 2 games with that red card.
Substitution for the Huskies, Yankee in for El Bogey. So let's see if there's any shift in gameplay here by the Hawks with the lead. Going down hard there is Vila.
Looked like a bit of a late fall to me.
Federico Leal will earn himself a yellow with that challenge. So a whole lot of emotion, a whole lot of energy coming off that goal. And the first play we see is a yellow card charged to Federico Leal.
I understand that Leal is fired up after that one, but you've got to control your emotions after that. Well, a little too hard after the body there, late play.
Fayhood able to clear that one out of the box. So Cody Green on senior night gets the Hawks there first.
And a break there for the Hawks. Almost looked like it was going to be a corner kick, but linesman said that was a goal kick. Just a few minutes left here in the first half.
Bernardi sends that one right to midfield. Ball here, gonna have to give chase hard.
He's got it.
Aurora plays that one into the box. It's Leifert Allen, lets that one go through. Federico Leal now on the far side.
Referee blows that play dead.
So a big opportunity there for the Hawks to double their lead going into the half. Instead, it stays at 1.
Big possession here for the Huskies.
Kanani does battle with Gale. Gale gets the better of him. Nice work by D'Souza there. Plays it back to the keeper.
We're not eager to get things going there.
Beeford had the first touch there, but drops down to his knees.
Yeah, I think he was disappointed they couldn't get that one to land right in front of him. Mounts a little too much off the chest.
So the Hawks with another opportunity here late. Ferrari trying to get away from his man, unable to do so. Here come the Huskies.
They got a minute and a half plus injury time to tie this one up.
Vila. Mijakovic. Plays it into the corner. That's a nice ball there, right on the money. Reed gives chase. Nice work by the Hawks defenders.
Safely cleared out. Looking for Allen.
Let's see what Leaford could do. Now it's Leo coming in. Federico Leo cannot believe it, but handball is the charge against him. He's going to have to hustle back.
He's still upset by it. Gotta get back in the game, Federico. You talked about things getting chippier here. We might be getting close to chippiest at this rate.
My goodness. Both sidelines are displeased with each other. Now the bleachers are displeased with the referee. Whole lot of tension. This is playoff soccer in the OCAA, and man, Andrew, you gotta love it.
Nobody's happy. I love it. That's soccer.
Line judge asking these Humber Hawks to have a seat as they're trying to get in the action on the bench over there. So we'll turn our attention back to what's happening on the pitch. Set piece played into the box. Fehun heads that away. Machado able to clear it. D'Souza worked hard to get to that one and sent it Kareem's back into the Humber box.
We're in injury time here. Oh my, Machado was hung up in the air there, no call.
Wow, right up on the back of his defender, Tristan Gale, with a nice tackle in the box, getting all ball. It's a big moment in this ball game.
Went off the George Brown defender. Gonna be a goal kick. It's a perfect play there made by Gale.
We're now in the 45th minute, entering injury time. What a first half it's been. A penalty kick goal by Cody Green, the only mark on the board. Hawks lead this crossover game 1-0. Wrapped up and taken down is D'Souza. That's Kanani.
First caution of the game for the Huskies.
That's exactly right. John Williams, none too pleased with that call. But that seemed like a fairly obvious one. The defender wrapped up D'Souza around the chest. Let's see if the Hawks have one last push in them.
Trying to double that lead before halftime.
Taken away by the Huskies. More contact in the middle of the field, and another yellow card shown. Absolute disbelief. This time it's on Machado.
I think that was a bit of a soft caution there for Machado. I can't believe that was a yellow, in all honesty.
Leaford Allen trying to plead the Hawks' case. This one played in just over the head of Kanani. Favoring his back after going up for that one. So much commotion at pitch level.
This feels like a playoff game, Adam. I'll tell you that much.
It does. Everyone's involved in the action, whether you're on the pitch, in the bleachers, or just in the stands. Emotions are running high. Huskies win the battle of the air. D'Souza just finds Fernati.
You're off. You guys are all off.
Final moments of the first half. Giveaway here by the keeper. Huskies with a chance late. That ball misses wide.
Why on your left foot?
We should mention as well, the winner of this game has a tough task. We'll face the winner of the Niagara-Algonquin game. Algonquin likely winning that one against Niagara. So that should be a tough test for either side.
Yeah, the Hawks are usually the tough test for after the crossover game, but were able to bring home that division title, and now they find themselves in the crossover matchup.
Yeah, that's the finals and the quarterfinal right there. Not exactly fair, but that's the way things shake out.
Kanani working against multiple Hawks defenders. It says the Hawks that come away with it. The ball here for Leifert Allen. He's got speed behind him. A lot of contact on the play, and yet again, no call. So if the Hawks were displeased with the officiating before, they sure will be now.
I wonder if Allen's strength there is just working against him in this case, where he's just able to stay up on his feet in those plays.
Perhaps that's it. We've seen the Huskies go down pretty easily in a lot of these challenges.
Because as we know in soccer, there is an art to selling fouls.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you could believe that.
With an attempt from distance. Ooh, and that's awful close as the keeper lets that squeeze through his fingertips.
Almost was 2-0.
What a moment that would have been if Felix Ofori let that one get through his grasp.
Might be the one last chance here for Humber to double up their lead before halftime.
There has not been a dull moment in this first half. I wouldn't expect any less in half number 2.
Cody Green's running up. Gonna play this one just outside the box.
The corner's up. Trying to find the head of Allen.
That'll do it for the first half.
And what a first half it was. Your senior on senior night, Cody Green, getting it done on the penalty kick. That's your only goal on the board thus far. The Humber Hawks lead the George Brown Huskies 1-0 in the OCAA crossover game.
And Adam, what a crazy first half we witnessed, as we'll get a look at some of the highlights of this half that we just witnessed.
Yeah, a lot of attempts here. That was a big one early on for the Hawks off the deflection. Nice save made there, making that last minute adjustment is Ofori.
Ofori has been spectacular here early on. Just that one goal allowed, but other than that, pretty solid. That one just missed the net.
Ofori had some good positioning there, but I think that one hits the target. It's in. There's that big attempt by Cody Green. See how hard he went down on the play. Should be a good shot of it here.
So much power off the header there. Almost left the stadium.
And there it is. There's your icebreaker. Cody Green into the bottom right corner. That was after plenty of close calls in that George Brown box. A lot of them didn't go the Humber way, but when they were awarded the penalty kick, Cody Green made no mistake.
And he got the keeper there. Keeper was ready to go right, and just kind of froze on that one as he saw that going to his left.
All mind games. It's Green who won that one. And you see that last chance there. How about that to end the half? If that one gets through, we have a whole different ball game going into the second half.
Yeah, really a huge one there. Break there for the Huskies, and for the Hawks, just that close from making this one 2-0.
So there it is. Cody Green, your goal scorer in the 40th minute. The Hawks leading offensively, 6 attempts to 2, 3 shots on target. Those 5 corners as well. So they've been able to manufacture some offense, but still just 1 goal to show for it.
Yeah, the thing that worries me here is those 4 cards to 1 for the Hawks. That's something they really got to be careful for. And they have some players in key spots who have got those cards. Machado, Leal, Reed.
Yeah, that's a great point, Andrew. I mean, we've talked about how discipline maybe hasn't been the strength of the Humber Hawks this season. A few players missing games due to yellow and red cards and different suspensions. So we'll see how much that plays a factor into the second half. But you got to say, all in all, a pretty positive start for the hometown Humber Hawks.
Well, they're up 1-0, which is what it's all about here, just being up in the score. But they'll want to build on that going into the second half.
So that'll do it for first half coverage. We'll be back for second half action right here on the Hawk Sports Network. Cannot wait to see what this second half has in store. Winner moves on, loser goes home. Hawks trying to preserve this 1-0 lead. Ferrari throws that one back to Fehun. Fehun going to send that one to midfield. Federico loses that challenge for the header. Throw in here for the Hawks. Their lead coming from a penalty kick goal by Cody Green in the 40th minute.
Ooh, that was a nasty fall.
And you heard George Brown telling their defenders, no foul, but a foul indeed. Federico Leo goes down. Time for the Huskies now, trying to mount their attack. Yankee looking for help from one of his teammates. He'll find it there.
And Humber defense is so strong, just forcing them to make errors. Making it look like there's this hole, they run up right into their face, they go, whoop, sorry, hole closed.
Yeah, they'll leave those lanes open just for a second. If you want to telegraph one of those passes, they'll come in like a sliding door. Fehun and Gale on the back line, two of the best in the business. Leifert Allen working hard here. He's had a few chances offensively, seen a few offside calls go his way. Miscommunication there by the Huskies. That's an ill-advised pass off the foot of Alvarado.
Man, this is a really aggressive game. Just legs flying everywhere.
Both teams leaving absolutely everything on the pitch. Huskies trying to work this near side now. Taken away by Machado. Fehun will settle things down. That one deflected. Huskies now in possession. Tramasoli. Nice back heel there. Tramasoli once again. De Silva for George Brown. Plays that one outside. It's Filea. That ball into the box, headed away by Tristan Gale. D'Souza looking for the through ball. Leifert Allen gonna give chase. That's a losing battle. Yusuf Jama able to kick that one out of harm's way.
Huskies with the safe play. You know that Leifert's going to get in there and that his aggression is unending.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah, when he sets his sights on net and he sets a sight for that ball, there's not a whole lot you could do to separate Leifert from it.
It's really interesting watching them walk the ball out when he's a distance away, because you'll see him stalk like a panther closer and closer until he thinks he has enough speed to beat them.
Yeah, I think he's up to about 3 offside calls against him tonight. Definitely plays on that edge, on that line. Ferrari plays it towards the middle of the field. It's Machado. D'Souza with pressure plays it out to Green. So the Hawks trying to win this possession battle, doing a nice job of it here. Machado with a ball to Aurora. What a ball it is. Aurora's going to roll this one into the top of the box. Gets away from it, played
Oh
in.
my goodness!
And it's an own goal. Aurora plays it off the Husky defender, and it's a 2-0 game.
The entire team is jumping on him. Everyone is in a mass.
What a moment, what a bounce for the Humber Hawks as they catch the break on the own goal.
It's demoralizing, Adam. It is demoralizing. You see it in the way that the Huskies are walking. There's this head down, trudging back out. You need to be jogging at all times. If I see a player that is not jogging at all times, I know that they've been crushed.
That's exactly it. Demoralizing is a perfect word, I think. Brendan, I mean, you seen Aurora there. That last touch seemingly got away from him. I was expecting a goal kick. Sure enough, gets the toe on it, sends it into the box, and it's in the back of the net.
That's going to be a rough bus ride if they lose this game for that one player.
So Uday Aurora, the smart play, just getting it into the box. Whistle here, we've seen that after the first goal as well. Play gets chippy right after an emotional moment.
Hawks goal scored in the 50th minute by number 21, Uday Aurora.
Bicycle kick attempt. That'll miss wide. A valiant effort off the foot of Kanani.
I appreciate the flair. I truly do. However, it's a mechanically very difficult move to pull off effectively.
Certainly not a high percentage play in a 2-0 game.
Perhaps he felt the risk was worth it.
Aurora, the goal scorer, is going to come on to this one.
Oh, we got pushed.
Yeah, a lot of contact on that far sideline. De Silva kind of threw him that forearm shiver.
I don't know if there's going to be as much hugging after this game as there was at the beginning.
The intensity is certainly amped up as time has gone on. D'Souza going to run on to the end of this one. Some space in front of him, a ball there for Leaford. Once again, another offside call.
Is it offside or is Leaford just fast? These are the questions.
It's a perfect mix of the two. The Huskies here looking for an answer. Nice work by Ferrari to box out that oncoming Husky. Fernati gives that one the big boot.
And Humber's still attacking with that aggression, but you can really notice that they've slowed down the play a little bit. They don't have to be fighting as hard. 2-goal lead is enough to make some mistakes.
Yeah, I didn't see too many adjustments after that first goal, Brendan, but it definitely appears that second one from Aurora has changed the game plan just a little bit for Aquino and his squad.
Oh, goodness.
Hard tackle on the near side.
I near expected a call there since his foot was not close to the ball, but I'm not down there, I'm up here.
So Ferrari's going to send that one into the George Brown half. That one's headed back and will be controlled by Ofori. And there's certainly going to be a point in this match where George Brown lets it all hang loose. This is a do or die, loser goes home type game. A lot of contact right in front of that box, and it's going to be a free kick going the way of the Huskies. Fahun will be charged on the foul.
I don't see a card. I was kind of expecting one, if I'm being honest. It was very close to the box.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of commotion, big pile of bodies there. Instead, it'll be a free kick. Perhaps the biggest moment in the game for George Brown as they try to cut this lead in half.
This will reinvigorate them if it lands. If not, it might pull the wind out of their sails.
Lining up behind the ball, Mijakovic. We'll see if he's the one to take it. That one off the crossbar and bounces away. A big break for the Hawks. Not out of the woods just yet. George Brown sends a cross in. Headed away by Gale. Huskies still in possession. That one drifting towards the top left corner and will go out for a goal kick.
That was close. That was very close.
Tense moments around that Humber goal. It remains a clean sheet for Fernati. Giveaway there by the Hawks.
That was a very silly giveaway.
Machado, nice work just to punch that one out. So the Hawks playing a more defensive style of play in this second half now with the 2-goal lead.
I mean, it's cold out. They've been burning all cylinders all game. Might as well, like, let George Brown tire themselves out.
Push to the ground on the far side appears D'Souza. That was Mijakovic on the far side. Tough to see exactly what the commotion was over there, but it definitely appeared that Mijakovic extended those arms. Humber bench looking for a card in that situation, but it's going to stay in the referee's pocket.
Even though the game's 2-0 Humber, I wouldn't argue that the calls have been going our way.
One of those games where it appears the Humber coaching staff is displeased with the refereeing, and George Brown coaching staff appears displeased with the refereeing.
That is men's soccer, unfortunately. I don't know if I've commentated a game yet where both teams walked away going, no, that was fair and just.
Hard to come by, especially in a playoff scenario, which we are in at the moment. Winner of this crossover game moves on to the final 8 tourney.
On the subject of cards, I wouldn't be surprised if the ref also realized that he's handed out 5 already in total, 4 to Humber. So perhaps he just feels like, okay, we'll count the fouls, but unless it's egregious, we're not going to be calling them yellow cards.
Foul after foul after foul here.
Here comes another one. What was that, 4 in a minute? That's kind of ridiculous.
Essentially it.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Referee definitely in a tough spot here because, of course, you want to keep control over the game, but there is a line to it. Definitely overcalling a situation like this. Now the Huskies are threatening right on the top of that 18-yard box. Federico Leal, nice play there to get it away. Here's Araro, through ball to Allen. He's going to have to give chase all the way down to a 40 it goes. De Silva for the Huskies. Plays that one up. Federico Leal goes down on the play, no call. Hawks defense trying to sure things up. Ball into the box there. It's going to be cleared away. Hawks playing with fire in their own box. Federico Leal able to get away, trying to find Allen on the far side. Instead, he'll work himself. Sends that one into the middle of the field and taking the other way. This seesaw action continues at the Ontario Soccer Center. Both teams not budging an inch. John Williams displeased with a few of his Husky players, letting them know about it. Nice play there defensively to keep that one away from Leiford Allen. Appears as though the Hawks have been in chase mode these last few minutes. George Brown has been buzzing around this Humber half. And the through ball really not connecting there. Leiford wanted that ball a little bit earlier, instead it comes late once he was flat-footed.
George Brown not slowing down with their attack. They've really been controlling the ball for the last 10 minutes.
Definitely played strong, going down hard on the far side is Cody Green, so the physical play continues.
Cody slow to get to his feet.
It's been a battle of attrition for either side. Green has limped through moments of this game as well as Leifert Allen. Ferrari plays that one in. Nice ball right onto the foot. Though the call offside. Huskies going to work the ball quickly back the other way. Yankee lets that one go right through him. Not the touch George Brown was looking for. Instead, it'll be a throw-in for Ferrari. Looking for Leal on the throw-in, just over his head. Allen gives chase. Nice work by Leal there to insert himself into that situation. Battles against two Huskies, comes up empty.
It's interesting because it feels like Humber tried to play defensive for 5 minutes and then went, we don't know how to do that. And then they just went back to playing super aggressively.
Yeah, we see them back on their heels just a little bit, perhaps trying to defend this lead. And the yellow card, red card, goes against Humber in that situation. That's tough to believe as teammates try to clear him out. Elbow to the face, the call by the referee. That's obviously a tough break. Michael Aquino beside himself.
Adam, I'd like to think that this play was rather close to the booth that we are in, and I didn't see an elbow to the face, anecdotally.
Wow. Tough break. So that will be the end of the night for Aurora. Had the ball on his foot during that play, tried to avoid the George Brown defender, and apparently to the referee's discretion, an elbow came up into the face. So we're going to try to have another look at that one.
Okay, I could see from that angle why it's thought. It's close. It's close.
Certainly a bang-bang play when you have a player with the ball on his foot. Oftentimes, they're not going to be looking for contact. They're going to be trying to evade that defender.
It was, if an elbow did connect with the face, it was unintentional, but I could see from that angle of the camera why one might make the argument.
So it looks as though we'll have a few members of Humber Athletics here be escorted out of this game. It's been a busy day for the officials. Plenty of cards handed out on either side. So trying to allow cooler heads to prevail here on the Ontario Soccer Center field. So tempers flaring up here. Red card charge to Aurora on an alleged elbow to the face. After all the commotion, all the stoppages, we're back underway in the 64th minute. If you're just tuning in, you've missed an awfully entertaining matchup. The Hawks lead 2-0 over the George Brown Huskies OCAA playoff crossover game. Here's Leal coming up the near side. Tackle made nicely over there. That's De Silva.
This is the most emotional game of soccer I think I've ever commentated on, which is saying a lot because I've seen some pretty heated ones.
Yeah, we've been treated to quite a few games like this over the soccer season. This one might just take the cake as far as emotions go. This Humber team has gone winless in their last three. Their worst streak since October 1981. Plenty to prove for this entire Humber Hawks team as well as their coaching staff. And you can tell they've brought that emotion, they've brought that fight here tonight. Huskies try to play that one into the box, sliding to move that one ahead. Throw in upcoming for the Huskies on the foot of Alvarado. Jama plays over to Mijakovic. Alvarado over to Da Silva. He'll play that one in. Kanani giving chase. Fehun trying to fight him off.
Is he getting a card? I think we're going to see a card. Humber players have to know better than to go talking to the ref.
They're going to get themselves in even more trouble. Head coach Michael Aquino all the way out to midfield to plead his case. Yep. That'll be a yellow card for Michael Fehun. So the cards just keep running out here.
If Humber wins this game, they will have to play a very non-aggressive playoffs because these cards carry over.
Absolutely. It's definitely something to keep in mind. And the referee sure hasn't been shy when it comes to pulling out those yellows and reds.
He has not.
To his credit, has been a chippy affair, likely just trying to keep control under this one, making sure things don't get out of hand.
Completely agree. George Brown and Humber have a known rivalry, and it's seen on the field here today as there is pushing, there is arms, there is tugging, all little things that the ref isn't seeing throughout.
Toronto collegiate soccer at its finest. Huskies going for a run now. Cody Green trying to break that one up, unable to do so. And the Huskies find the back of the net.
Noise explodes in Ontario Soccer Coliseum as now George Brown has a chance.
Zuheb Mohammed, the one to give the Huskies life. Husky fan base travels well. They've filled up that bleacher, and they're letting their boys hear it. We have ourselves a game. 2-1, 67th minute. So the Hawks defense going to need to be as strong as ever.
Especially still down a man. It's not like hockey where you get them back after they get a goal.
Through ball coming the way of Leal. Momentum now squarely on the side of the Huskies. Let's see what they could do with it. So the Huskies will have an opportunity for a corner kick here.
And this game is so far from over.
20 minutes and change to go. The visiting fans getting a Let's Go Huskies chant going. That ball to the far post, corralled by Fernati.
Thank goodness he's tall.
He likes to work quick, and he does. Sending that one out here to Reed. Isaiah Reed with a through ball in. No one home. Sleaford Allen did not time that cut. Last time out, the Hawks found themselves ahead of the Mohawk Mountaineers 2-0. Mohawk charged back to tie up that game 2-2. Tonight, the Hawks found themselves ahead 2-0. George Brown and Muhammad answered in the 69th minute. Now time to see if this Humber Hawks defense has what it takes. A berth in the Final 8 tournament on the line.
And you saw it from that last play, Adam. With Humber being down a player, George Brown's really able to more calmly walk the ball into Humber's end. Unfortunately, I think Humber will actually have to play aggressively in order to placate that.
Substitution here for Aquino. Alex Baez coming into this game in the place of Federico Leal. Baez showing the hustle right off the jump.
See, look at all that space. He's just working with all this space.
Good point, Brendan. The Humber defenders really falling back on this play, giving the Huskies room to operate.
And they just tentatively move forward, and now they're in the box. They have this opportunity.
On the outside, it's the Huskies. Into the box it goes. That one's cleared out. Huskies can't believe it. They've thought there was a handball. Huskies came oh so close to tying this one up.
They can smell it. I think they probably see it as a point of fate that they're going to tie up this game.
The Hawks certainly on their toes. The Husky is down, but again, no call. Hawks, good work just to clear things away.
If he had flopped just a little longer, the ref had the whistle in his mouth, he would have got the call.
White kits trying to close around these Huskies. George Brown showcasing the ball movement here, playing a little bit of keep away. That ball into the box. Volley is made. Well high on the attempt.
I really feel like Humber knows that they've lost these 3 games and that this current one is theirs to lose, and no one wants to touch the ball on fear that, oh, I'm going to be the one who gets blamed for messing up the game. And so we're hanging back and we're letting them walk in continuously. And eventually, yes, they will score because of that, and it'll be the whole team's fault, not one person.
So a little bit of a shift defensively for the Hawks. Both coaches getting on their teams here, demanding some strong play. In the final 20 here at the Ontario Soccer Center.
It's going to feel like an hour.
That ball played in. Strong defensive play made by Isaiah Reed. Give and go, intercepted. Hawks able to come away with it. Cleared off of a Husky. So the Hawks will have a throw in. They got to get possession back on their side. It's been a while since they've had constant possession.
And you saw it there, Adam. There was some fancy footwork deep in their own end. You got to watch out for that stuff. Because George Brown's no slouch.
A talented club, and they're showing it here. Some fancy footwork.
That's a card. That's a card.
Trips up. George Brown begging for a card. And they'll get it. Pulling out the yellow. Pulling out the red.
This is a blow. This is a serious, fatal blow to Humber.
Feihoon could absolutely not believe it.
Taking off his captain band.
In a game where we've seen card after card. Yet another one's coming out, and this one's got a friend. As the referee slowly plods his way towards Feihoon. There's the yellow, there's the red, and there's the end of the night.
Can he return this playoff season? 2-game suspension, we hear from our experts here at Humber Sports Network.
Definitely a tough break. Araro has already left this game with a red card. Now Feihoon will join him. 9 players on the field for the Hawks. It's do or die time at the Ontario Soccer Center. Humber trying to hold off the Huskies for a place in the Final 8 tournament.
Oh, yeah, and they still have a kick.
A big play here off the free kick. Robert Majakovic plays that in the far side. It's going towards the Baseline, nice work defensively to clear that one out. George Brown will find themselves a corner. So if the Hawks weren't behind the 8 ball before, they sure are now. A little over 15 minutes left.
Taking no chances.
Yeah, Zaire Reed just lets that corner go off the sole of his foot. That goal by George Brown has really upped the intensity here. D'Souza heads that one away. That volley will head behind Fernati for a goal kick, so a chance here for the Hawks to relieve some pressure.
Leaford coming off for Damian Kay.
So Leifert, the lead goal scorer for the Humber Hawks, heads out of this one. Damian Kay now in the game. Definitely a defensive move by Coach Aquino. Leifert more of an offensive threat, but trying to maintain this 1-goal lead. Defense is at a premium. And Damian Kay gets involved in the action right away.
Oh my goodness.
Just seconds into this one, Kay finds himself a yellow. And the referee is keeping that card warm. Aquino begging his players, don't worry about it, keep your head in this game. You can control a lot of things on the soccer pitch. The call of the referee, not one of them. Hard shot attempt in for Natty. Thought about throwing his arms up to punch that one out, but smartly pulls him away for a goal kick.
And you see the Husky player making sure that the goal kick happens as soon as possible. Get that ball back in play.
Yeah, great point, Brendan. These Huskies don't want any extra seconds to wear off the clock.
I'm going to guess we're going to have at least 5 minutes of injury time anyway. Oh my goodness.
And yet,
oh my goodness,
another whistle. Starting to get a little comedic with the amount of stops in play that we've had. Obviously, a referee plays a big role in the game, but when he's the center of attention, when all eyes are him, that's when it begins to become an issue.
Absolutely. And you saw Zaire Reed with that last call just laughing it off. I mean, what are you going to do? You're at 9 yellow cards for the team.
Hard play in the corner there, cleared out off a George Brown player. Possession for the Hawks in crunch time, just trying to hold on here. George Brown Huskies desperately seeking the equalizer.
And Humber just holding on for dear life through a torrent of yellow cards.
Put themselves in a tough spot, but now it's them and only themselves that could get it out of it. The Hawks are 35-5 all-time against the George Brown Huskies. Undefeated, a perfect 4-0 in the postseason.
What was that?
And the referee beginning to lose control of this ball game. Crowd's getting in on him. So is the coaching staff. This one could get wild.
It could. Things are very heated.
As if it already hasn't.
There's a difference between a heated game and an unmanageable situation.
This one continues to escalate here. It's going to be all action all the way to the end. That one gets away from De Silva, so possession back the way of the Hawks. George Brown trying to figure out their communication. A couple Huskies bickering at each other. Now Aquino's getting in on the action once again with the referee. He's been displeased all night, and at this point, it's hard to judge him.
Oh, he's watching the game. That's the problem. The George Brown coach pointed out that number 5, Michael Fahoon, was actually watching the game after he'd been ejected.
Can't do that. So as Fahoon leaves the pitch area once again, the Huskies go back on the attack. Great defense there by Machado, able to box out the oncoming Husky. Earns Fernati a goal kick. This Hawks defense certainly hasn't been shut down, but it's done enough.
And the Humbers getting that walk, that dejected walk. They're not jogging. I mentioned it earlier. When a team starts doing that, that's when they start feeling defeated. They might feel like the ref's so against them that they don't have a chance.
And that goes uncalled. That's a call we've seen gone the other way a few times, but instead, referee will call for nothing but the medical staff. This has been tough, line judge. Trying to cool down Michael Aquino. Six yellows and 2 reds for the Humber Hawks on the day. Definitely some hard fouls, but also some ticky-tack calls that have gone against the Hawks.
Ticky-tack indeed, Adam. There seems to be a little bit of an inconsistency on what calls are too aggressive and which ones are not. Though I can very much respect that the ref has to keep control of the game, and sometimes he's got to make an example of some players who've been playing a little aggressively, playing a little too rough.
Absolute chaos here in the second half as we've had cards, injuries, goals, everything you could ask for. It's playoff soccer. And it's been a lot of fun. So Ferrari's gonna head off under his own power. That's certainly nice to see. He's had a strong game defensively for the Hawks today. There's been times in this one where the game has come to an absolute standstill, whether it's injuries or officiating. Isaiah Reed will just send that into the corner. More seconds tick off the clock.
Humber's got to start jogging again. They got to get into this. They can't play only defensively. They're not a team who knows how to do that. They're a team that plays hard, they play aggressive, and yeah, they get calls for it. But if they don't play that way, teams walk all over them.
7 minutes
Plus,
they have left.
Plus, I'm confident that it's 4 or 5 minutes of injury time.
Yeah, you got to expect with the amount of stoppages we had, we're going to be going well past the 90th minute. Just makes the task even taller for this Humber side. The Hawks trying to limit the angles. Nice work by D'Souza there, and yet another foul. This is starting to get unbelievable. Played quickly. Isaiah Reed able to clear that one out.
Humber's bench exploding with complaints.
I got to say, obviously you try to be neutral in these situations, but it really appears as though the Hawks have been behind the 8 ball as far as the calls have gone today. Aquino is absolutely beside himself.
I don't know if I've ever seen the Humber coach this angry before.
Yeah, now the two head coaches having a couple words. Mostly just agreeing on the officiating we've seen tonight. Both have been displeased.
That's Toronto OCAA hockey. OCAA soccer. Oh my goodness, this game has me so heated I don't know what I'm saying.
That corner in, headed down by the Hawks. Georgetown pressing though, they're in possession. Hawks need to do well to not foul, and they're able to do so. Once again, played in for Natty, goes up, collects that one. That's a big moment in this game. Aquino wants the fellas to settle things down. Instead, Fernetti gets things going. It's to Souza. Pushed away on the slide tackle here. Getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Humber with the first real push of the second half. Ooh.
And there it is, a whistle going away of the Hawks. We haven't seen too many of those today.
Specifically in the second half. I mean, obviously we can't ignore that the foul inside the box caused the first goal of the game.
A penalty kick from Cody Green, the first goal of the game for the Hawks. Uday Aurora scored the second one on an own goal. A lot of shouting, a lot of commotion down there on field level.
What was that jump? That was a wild jump.
So much going on at once. Try to keep an eye on the sidelines, keep an eye on the pitch. Emotion all over the field. It's what you love to see.
Too much information to process, Adam.
Sensory overload. I can only imagine what the players on the pitch are feeling. They still got some work to do.
They're angry. They're playing angry. Both sides.
Alex Baez punches that one out the sideline. George Brown trying to mount their attack. Nice interception there by Reed. The Hawks are outmanned here, but they've done a nice job defensively, the back heel to keep it in. Federico Leal now with it, a through ball incoming. There's going to be a race for it. Huskies will win that one. Nice work by the Hawks, though. They're outmanned, but they're playing well. Here come the Huskies.
These gaps are massive.
Hawks unable to mark every Husky on the field. A foul call there.
Humber players calming each other down, knowing that they're all a bunch of hotheads and that this is not a situation in order to flip out.
Trying to keep their wits about them. A big moment here. This team has faced some adversity this season, none bigger than at the moment.
I have anxiety. I have general anxiety about this whole game.
That one's up. Leal's going to try to win the battle. Can't do it. Hawks going to need a break here. Trying to fend off the Huskies in the last minutes here.
That'll be a kick.
That foul occurred just, and I mean just, outside the box. The Hawks catch a break there.
If by catch a break you mean they lost $10 instead of $1,000. More like 100, considering how close they are to scoring position with a free kick at that spot.
It's going to be a tough defensive assignment for these Hawks. They're outnumbered by the team in blue. That one low. Nice work by Fernati to dive on top of that one.
Fernati has been playing out of his mind this second half.
When they've needed him most, their keeper has been there. He'll boot that one all the way down. Hawks not putting any pressure on the Huskies here. No need to risk anything here. Conservation, the name of the game. That ball played in. On the outside of the box now, it's the Huskies. Cody Green chips that one out.
We are officially in the 90th minute of this game.
D'Souza on the clearance attempt, took a boot to the shin there. Conversations all over the field.
This is not the time we want to lose D'Souza. Yellow card. Number 11, Amir Kiani on the Huskies.
So George Brown now called for a yellow as the card parade continues.
Huskies bench booing. Fan bench, I mean, in the audience.
Leifert Allen has his bib on at midfield. Perhaps we'll see him come back into this game at one point. Now in injury time at Ontario Soccer Center, the Hawks lead the Huskies by 1. A lot of contact made there, and finally a whistle.
He kicked him with the ball. He was down.
And you can't do that. That's a yellow card going to be shown to Yusuf Jama. He'll have some words with some Hawks bench players. It's a pushing and shoving as Isaiah Reed takes a pop there. D'Souza trying to hold him back. Emotions have been ramped up to 11 all game long.
Federico finds his feet.
Emotions starting to boil over here. You had to figure it was going to happen sooner rather than later.
Got to say, I'm rather proud of D'Souza this game. In other games, he's been known to be quite the leading hothead, but you'll see him toning his fellow teammates down, making sure to give him a hug, walking them away from the ref. I'm rather proud of him.
Good veteran leadership there. That's what the team needs.
Especially when you have 2 red cards.
Cannot afford any more issues. D'Souza just plays that one short. Hawks will play the ball into the corner. Well, if the George Brown Huskies have a kitchen sink, it's time to throw it. In injury time here, down by 1.
Just don't toss the baby out with the bathwater, Adam.
Six minutes, the word from the referee on the injury time. So we have quite a ways to go here, not done just yet. Federico Leal giving chase in midfield. Nice work there in the corner.
No whistle, to my surprise. Every time a player's fallen over this game, a whistle is blown.
Finally, the whistle gets tucked away in injury time. Possession goes to the Huskies, no time to waste. They'll throw that in quickly. Alvarado outside to Silva. Silva blocked away by Isaiah Reed.
Humber just playing his shields now, not even aggressive.
That one into the box, cleared away. Nice work there. The Huskies will have a corner opportunity. An injured Hawk down in the box. It looks as though we'll have some substitutions.
It's been a very aggressive game, and well, in my humble opinion, there have been too many cards. I could understand if many players have sustained injury.
It's been a hard-fought battle, exactly what you expect out of a playoff matchup.
especially between Humber and George Brown.
That inner city rivalry as strong as ever.
When community colleges collide.
Aquino desperately trying to make a sub here, and indeed he can. Leifert Allen trots back into this game. He's going to find his way into the box. Isaiah Reed limps out of this game. Here's the corner. It's Leifert Allen, the one to get the boot on it. 2 clear attempts won't go. The third one is good. And here's a chance for Federico Leal. Just got the keeper to beat.
Oh, my goodness.
And he just got rid of that one. Perhaps a chance to evade the keeper. Federico Leal, a chance to ice the game. Instead, just more time off the clock.
I'm surprised he didn't do a fancy foot move. That's what Federico does, and all he had to do was beat a keeper.
Perhaps a mature play by Leal. We often see him try to make the fancy play. Instead, makes a conservative decision. We'll see how it plays out. Hey, there's a play at midfield. That's brutal. Federico Leal just had his feet kicked from under him. That's an awfully dirty play from Yusuf Yama. That was blatant and an ugly play. If that's not a red, that's a mistake. That's unacceptable from Yusuf Yama. With your team down 1 in injury time in a playoff game, what a boneheaded decision to put your team in that type of situation. Selfish play on behalf of Yama. So after that, play resumes here.
Humber's going to have to rush back as George Brown attacks.
Leifert Allen in the middle of the field here. He'll get pulled down as well. And though that call goes the way of the Grizzlies, that's tough. It appears as though Leifert Allen had his arms wrapped and ripped around, but instead, somehow the Huskies gain possession. They'll play that ball into the box. And Fernati will settle things down.
Goodness.
There's the final whistle.
Oh, my goodness.
That will do it. What a match.
Oh, my God.
What a match. So we're going to take a look at some of the replays over a action-packed 96 minutes here at the Ontario Soccer Centre. That's your first goal of the game. Cody Green getting number 1 on the board. That's just the start of all this emotion. So leave it to the senior to get things started. See a nice shot here as the keeper Ofori wasn't sure which way to go. Here's a shot from distance there, just squeaked over the keeper's head late in that first half. That kept this game close going into the second. Aurora here with the own goal off the foot of Mijakovic. That's your eventual game winner. A tough break for the Huskies, but that's the way she goes. So we see the own goal once again, the game winner. Mijakovic. That free kick off the crossbar. There's the goal on the board for the Huskies. That's the only one they were able to muster in this game. The emotion, the tenacity of this Humber side is in full display, and great work by the team to overcome that adversity and collect the win in the OCAA crossover game. The Humber Hawks will head to the Final 8 tourney, October 23rd to 26th, hosted by Fleming College. That'll do it for us here from the Ontario Soccer Centre. What a night on the Hawk Sports Network. Both Humber teams collecting the W. That'll do it for us. For Adam Lucier and my partner, Brennan Nichols, thanks for tuning in.